Before you say anything, I don't care. He's not gonna see this video, so just let me have this moment. Please. Ahem. Now, when you think of the most famous personas, you may think of the Kanye Bear or the previously mentioned MC's Scat Cat. Well, I obviously completely missed the most important and the one that truly started it all. Snoop Dogg, aka Calvin Cadozar Broadus Jr. He is known as one of the grandfathers of hip hop and has gone into many different avenues, including joining Phase and even creating his own kid programming. He's like the ultimate entrepreneur, and some of that is represented in one of the most iconic and oldest personas in pop culture. I mean, hip hop artists have been kind of known to be having like anthropomorphic mascots for their personas, or like animal like traits. You know, the Kanye Bear, the bark of DMX. Yes, I'm going there. Leave me alone. But you know, this all really truly began with the legendary Snoop Dogg, who had a start in 1992 when he collaborated with Dr. Dre for his debut album, The Chronic. I mean, they both really heavily collaborated on that project. Unfortunately, you can't really listen to The Chronic anymore without piracy because of a whole NFT situation, which is for a different video. But yeah, they both heavily collaborated on that project, which then led to Dr. Dre having major involvement in helping Snoop Dogg with his first debut, Doggy Style. I mean, the album name really kind of speaks for itself, but like also just look at that album cover. I mean, it's so furry. Like, come on. You know where I'm going with this. The rapper alias is Snoop Dogg. He's a furry, and I'm going to prove it with this video. Just like I did with Lil Nas X. You know, he's a furry who just happened to have a huge impact on the hip hop scene. Is that a crime? Is it? I mean, it is, but to some people it is, but you know, we'll just skip past that right now. How did Snoop Dogg get his name? Well, Snoop Dogg got his name from the literal dog from the Peanuts show that he watched at a young age. He was called Snoopy by his relatives and his mother in this video that I'm about to show.
I was young, she said I looked like Snoopy Dogg.
Isn't that a bit rude? But you know when you're a kid and you've got nicknames, you always want to get rid of them.
I just stuck with it all the way.
Do you think you look like him?
Nah, kinda.
He was called Snoopy by his relatives because, you know, he looked like Snoopy and he had a lot of hair. His father said it made him look like a dog. Thus, boom, a furry rap alias. Those are some true origin stories right there. And you know what? Sure, it's just an alias, and the fursona is like a mascot. But like, look at this music video. It sure does beg to differ. This music video being from the song Who Am I? You know, just look it up and you'll see it. There's a gif of it that I use constantly on Twitter, so that's more proof, baby. He has used his fursona in some of his other album covers, including The Last Meal in 2000, Kool-Aid in 2016, Algorithm in 2021, and DODR in 2022. There's another 3 projects in which he places dogs in them, which could be a way of representing himself, you know, in the same way that he did in that one music video. There are also covers that use his fursona and even fan covers of that, which, you know, shows a sense of community with it. Sound familiar? You know, this isn't as much as I thought it would have been, but Snoop Dogg himself is more well known than the character he uses to portray himself in some of his projects here and there, thus making it more of a persona than you would realize. I mean, he uses it sparingly like it's his own, and I mean, he doesn't truly use it as marketing, but as a way of expressing himself, which, if I read the definition of furry real quick, oh wow, that's literally the definition of a furry. Also, did you know that Snoop Dogg joined the religion Rastafari and created a whole new alias out of it? Known as Snoop Lion, where he released a reggae album and a documentary about his experience from, you know, going to Jamaica. This has nothing to do with the whole furry thing. I just thought it was really cool to mention. I'm not going to disrespect his religion by calling him a furry for being a lion. Okay, that would be just disrespectful. Let's move on. Earlier in 2022, FaZe Clan made the most important announcement of the year, which was introducing Snoop Dogg into the clan with his fursona. I mean, this is something as cool as a goddamn Smash reveal trailer. He became a member of the board of directors, where he, like, I guess, played video games at a professional level, which, I mean, he already did in the past, so I guess he kind of fits in quite well. Yeah, there's that. And now we took a look at today, where he is currently producing a kids TV show with a full-on furry cast. I mean, he even plays the main character, whose name is Bow Wizzle. In the show, it's called Doggyland. I mean, if those kids search up Snoop Dogg, they're gonna be very much, blown away. Anyways, the show is available on YouTube Kids. It is a show where Snoop Dogg raps nursery rhymes with a bunch of furry characters, and it's absolutely the cutest thing ever. I mean, just watch this.
Differences make you unique. The way that you look and how you speak. If everybody was just all the same, it'd be so boring, tiresome, and lame.
Different makes the world go round.
I feel like Doggyland is one of the greatest things to ever be created.
I mean, we got Wags, Chow Wow, Yap Yap, and Barksalox, all being the front runners of the show. And yeah, sure, it may not be as artistically inclined as the Class of 3000, but like, it really shows that my man will truly rule in any avenue he pursues. And sure, we haven't, you know, talked about his legacy and how much he impacted hip-hop and like all the other avenues he's pursued, but like, we're just talking about how much of a furry he is. Okay, this isn't a documentary about Snoop Dogg, okay? So get over it. Anyways, I hope this proof truly, you know, illustrates my points in how Snoop Dogg is truly a furry. I mean, it's in the name, people. Like, how can you disprove me? I mean, from the man himself. Oh God, don't do that. Don't tell Snoop Dogg what a furry is. Absolutely do not do that. So that was a quick little video. To get this video to 8 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and do another quick little movie review. I'm gonna do The Menu this time. So I watched The Menu recently, and it was absolutely amazing. It was a fantastic time. Definitely one of the highlights of this year. It absolutely balances horror and dark humor in a lot of fun ways, and it's not completely annoying with its messaging and whatnot, although it's definitely not subtle and is more in your face. They do it in a way that isn't like treating the audience as if they're dumb. So I really appreciate that movie. The acting is like really amazing. The food that was well presented throughout the movie, and just the scenery overall was absolutely beautiful. I really want to go on this island. The actor who played the main chef was really good and was really spooky. And that's all I really gotta say for it for now. At the end of the year, I'm planning on doing a full-on tier list of all the movies that I watched and some other year-end stuff. December is going to be a pretty busy year. I know I haven't uploaded as much recently, but I've just been really busy with school. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Bye.